What's good, YouTube? It's your boy D-Riv. Hey, today we got another special video. Today we're going to be revealing the secrets of WWE's most iconic moments. First time coming across the channel, make sure y'all go and hit that thumbs up. Make sure y'all subscribe. Show the support. I appreciate y'all because we're trying to hit 4K and I'm almost at 4K. So if everybody that's watching this video right now clicks the like button and you subscribe, I will literally pass 4K within the first day. Literally. Literally. I just need y'all to do it though. So continue to show the support and continue to support the grind. I know I said support so many times. I'm tired, okay? It's past midnight. I'm tired, alright? I am actually tired. But I had to get this video out for y'all because I've been very busy for the past week and a half. So I haven't been able to post. And it's been bothering me because I've been wanting to post, but I just haven't had the time to because I've been too busy. But now I have the time. I don't really have the time still, but I had to make time. Like I said, it's past midnight right now, and I'm doing this video for y'all. So I appreciate y'all for watching and supporting. But it shouldn't happen again. If it does happen again, I apologize. But just know I got a lot going on right now, so I can't really do it too much, you know? But I'm trying. I'm still gonna be trying. So just stick around, man. I'll get back consistent here soon once I'm not busy anymore. But look, if you got any videos you want me to react to in particular, let me know down below in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into this video.
WWE fan will ever forget this.
A 500-pound superplex! Oh my God! What the hell?
Spoiler, this is all planned.
Obviously, it was planned. A lot of things in WWE are planned. Building secrets, most iconic moments. All right, so what is the secret to this? There's probably a button that the press to make the ring collapse. That's probably a button, but we're gonna watch because we don't know.
So how did WWE pull it off? Years after the
Wait,
stunt.
was Brian just laughing? Hold on.
Spoiler, this is all planned. So how did WWE pull it off?
He's
Years after
laughing.
the stunt, Big Show came clean and revealed how it was done. WWE had airbags under the ring that were inflated once Lesnar and Big Show got on the turnbuckle. You can even see a piece of the equipment used to inflate the bags on the floor earlier in the match. These airbags were only on one side of the ring, and they are inflated just enough to raise that part off the ground. You can notice the ring post shaking after Big Show and Brock Lesnar push off the top rope. The impact from the suplex caused the ring post to flip, and then the production team had the airbags deflate.
I knew it. I knew it. The ring not even on the ground. You can see the ring is not on the ground. Why did nobody notice that? It's not even on the ground.
Ring post shaking after Big Show and Brock Lesnar push off the top rope. The impact from the suplex caused the ring post to flip, and then the production team had the airbags deflate, causing the ring to fall to the ground. That's why there's a slight delay from when the ring post flipped to the ring actually falling down. Once Brock and Show got on the turnbuckles, the airbags underneath the ring were actually holding it up, not the ring posts. On SmackDown in 2009,
that's a
Edge
good
was
one.
hosting his show, The Cutting Edge. The Radar superstar was supposed to have Jeff Hardy as a guest, but things didn't go according to plan when Hardy was blasted by his own pyro. While it looked very convincing, it was a stage stunt and part of the show.
Really?
First, the sparks that hit Jeff Hardy weren't hot at all. A special kind of grain was used that doesn't hurt or burn when touched. For the other pyrotechnics, they were carefully placed so that Hardy was close enough that it looked like it hit him, but far enough away that it didn't do any harm. Jeff Hardy also poured water on his head and body before coming out to keep his hair and clothes from burning.
Bruh, this whole time I thought that was real. I literally thought that was real this whole time. I know Undertaker's was real. Undertaker's was real, so it better not be in this video. Because Tap Out, that's the name of this dude that made this video. Tap Out, you be capping sometimes, bruh. Like, you don't be telling the truth in some of these videos. That one, I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna believe you on that one. But I always thought that one was real. I always thought that one was real. So the more you know. If Undertaker's in here, this video is just straight up fake. Because Undertaker's was real. He literally was pouring water on himself the whole time he was waiting for the Elimination Chamber match for his turn. Because he had burns. So let's just see, bro. Because I don't know, bro. He be telling stories. He don't be telling the truth sometimes.
One of the scariest WWE moments was when Jake Roberts started terrorizing Macho Man Randy Savage and his wife, Miss Elizabeth. It began
Hold
during...
on. Is this one when he got bit? Are you gonna say he got bit on, like, he was supposed to get bit? Because he definitely was not supposed to get bit. They already said he wasn't supposed to get bit.
Savage and Elizabeth's wedding reception, where Roberts gifted the newlyweds a live cobra. To keep everyone safe, WWE didn't use a real snake, at least when people were around. When you see the shot with the cobra and people in it, the snake is actually a rubber toy. To make it convincing, WWE filmed some tight shots with a real cobra, then edited them in later. That worked fine since there was no live audience, but what about when Roberts attacked Randy Savage with a live cobra in the ring? The king cobra is one of the most venomous snakes in the entire world, and a bite from it can kill someone in 30 minutes. Of course, Savage didn't die, so how did they do it? Well, that was a real king cobra, and it did really bite the Macho Man. However, the cobra's venom glands had been removed prior to the stunt.
Yeah.
The snake still had its fangs though, which is why Macho Man's arm started bleeding during the bite. Despite this, Macho Man was rushed to the hospital 5 days later with
Just in
a fever.
case.
In an ironic turn of events, the cobra died 12 days after biting Savage. The snake may have been devenomized, but Macho Man wasn't. Backlash 2009 ended with a bang when the Big Show chokeslammed John Cena through an exploding spotlight. What's the secret here? First, the glass that Cena hit wasn't actually glass. It was actually made out of sugar glass, which is created by heating water and sugar. It looks like real glass, but it breaks.
I know that now. I already knew that now. But when I was younger and I watched this, I thought it was real. Like, I literally was like so mind blown because it's like he just got thrown through glass and it exploded. Oh man, this is gonna ruin my childhood. This video is ruining my childhood. I can already see. And I already know they're gonna have Kurt Angle's and Shane McMahon's toss in that too. That's gonna be in here too. I already know it is.
Much more easily and doesn't cut you. The sugar is also the reason the glass stuck to John Cena's body after he went through it.
That makes sense.
Spotlight, the inside was fitted with padding and foam to cushion the landing. You can see the differences in these two images. As for the explosion, pyrotechnic charges were set on the side and back of the spotlight. This allowed for a big blast while John Cena was shielded by the inside of the spotlight. In the lead up to his WrestleMania 21 match with sumo wrestler Aki Bono, Big Show demonstrated his strength by
like a big Samoa Joe.
It was impressive, but there was a trick to pull off this stunt. SmackDown did not air live, so when Big Show went to push the Jeep, a production member came out with a car jack to lift the vehicle. This raised the Jeep to a level that Big Show could more easily push it over. You can see when the camera cuts away from Big Show, the vehicle is noticeably a few inches higher than in the last shot. Speaking of Big Show,
this is stuff that makes me mad. So you telling me, no, it does make sense though. If you think about it, back then phones and cameras were not a thing. I mean, there were cameras, but you had to do that to do the picture. So they wasn't able to use your phone. You wasn't able to just use your phone and take a picture. You wasn't able to record it. The camera, not the camera crew, the whoever coming out with the crank. You can't catch that because they didn't have cameras like that back then. So it makes sense. Makes sense.
This looks like it hurt.
Look out! Oh my! To the back of the skull!
It does look like it hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
How did they pull this off without Big Show suffering serious damage? Well, that's not a real sledgehammer.
Hit him with a stick.
The wood is real, but the head is made out of rubber. So while it looked painful, it didn't hurt at all.
I mean, he hit him with a stick.
Triple H started using a real sledgehammer. However, he'd always put his hand over the head to keep the person he was hitting safe. To win an Inferno match, you have to set your opponent on fire. This is an extremely dangerous stunt because the fire is real, and yet no one has been seriously injured, so how is it done? Kane spilled the beans in his 2019 autobiography. During the first Inferno match in 1998, The Undertaker fought Kane. The first trick is that both men were coated in flame-retardant chemicals before going to the ring, but there was much more to it. As the match went on, Kane and Taker ended up on the outside of the squared circle, where Kane was knocked down. The dead man then walked to the entrance stage and started fighting Kane's manager, Paul Bearer. While this was going on, Kane crawled under the ring, where a few WWE production members were hiding. The Big Red Machine was wearing a special costume where the right sleeve could be taken off. After this was removed, Kane replaced it with a sleeve made out of flame retardant material. The crew members then applied cooling gel with an accelerant on his right arm. You can see the outline once the Undertaker returns to the ring. After that, the big red machine was pushed into the flames and his sleeve was on fire.
Vince, you are a sneaky little weasel. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us, you know, the older people, I'm sure we figured something was up with it, something was fishy about it, because obviously, if it was just a normal sleeve, his arm would still burn, because that fire was on his arm for a minute. But the fact that he went under the ring and did all that, and they used Paul Bearer as a distraction.
Kane quickly walked backstage, and once the camera was off of him, the fire was put out. WWE used the same trick 8 years later.
I remember this.
Kane
I
fought
seen this
MVP
one.
in an Inferno
This on
match.
DVD.
Once the two were out of the ring, MVP crawled under the ring skirt. During that time, a production member quickly applied cooling gel to MVP's back. This is why Kane randomly stalled for a moment before pulling his opponent back out. Then, almost immediately after, MVP was pushed towards the fire and set ablaze. To demonstrate his strength, the Great Khali crushed a cantaloupe and watermelon with just his bare hands.
Speaking of Great Khali, I'm sorry I keep pausing. I'm very sorry. Speaking of Great Khali, I have a video that I reacted to Great Khali like not too long ago, probably about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I don't remember. Great Khali, before he joined the WWE, was very, very, very agile and athletic. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to put it at the end of this video, so go check it out and make sure y'all go ahead and like it.
While Khali was strong, WWE used some tricks to help him out. The watermelon was cut on the back, which is why juice starts pouring out the moment Khali applies pressure. That's also why the watermelon splits in the back, since that's where it was weaker. WWE used a similar trick years later when Braun Strowman crushed an apple with one hand.
Oh, you can see it.
See a cut on the apple, which made it easier for Strowman to smash. John Cena and Batista's 2010 rivalry saw them face off in an I Quit match.
Oh my gosh.
One of the most extreme moments was when Batista placed Cena near the entrance stage and backed into him with a car. How did Cena stay safe? Well, there was a solid black box conveniently next to the car. Once the camera crew switched to an angle where you couldn't see behind the vehicle, Cena crawled out of the way. It would have worked pretty well too, had fans not been able to see Cena poke out from behind the black box. One of the classic WWE moments is when a wrestler goes to the barricade.
Bro, I'm sick of this barricade mess, bro. This barricade breaks like so much. It honestly makes me mad. They haven't been abusing it as much lately, but they were abusing this barricade, bro. This barricade would just completely explode so much. It was really making me mad because this is honestly ridiculous. How many times I've seen this barricade just explode, bro. So many people go through this barricade, it makes no sense. You would think it's not even attached to nothing. It's like a magnet on it or something.
Now, what are the tricks? First, WWE barricades are padded from top to bottom to make them as safe as possible. Second, the barricades are all small individual sections that are linked together. Before the big spot, WWE's production crew loosens the links on the section of the barricade the wrestlers are going to hit. This not only causes that part of the barricade to go down with ease, but also keeps the rest of the barricades standing upright. There's more to it though. More often than not, wrestlers will break through the piece of the barricade that's in the
It's always that
area.
corner, bro.
This is so fans don't get in the way or accidentally knock the barricade over. However, when WWE wants to have wrestlers break through a side of the barricade where fans are, they won't allow real paying fans to sit in that area. Instead, the company uses extras, typically local independent wrestlers not signed with WWE. They know what's going to happen and not only keep the real fans safe, but also give the exact reaction WWE wants. When Mark Henry slams Sheamus through the barricade, you can actually see a young LA Knight in the crowd. When Mark Henry slams Sheamus through the barricade, you can actually see
Vince, you sneaky little weasel. I just watched the interview about LA Knight too. Wow. That is wild.
a young LA Knight in the crowd. Another classic WWE spot is breaking through the steel cage. These work similar to the barricade. WWE keeps one part of the cage very loose, only held by an easily breakable piece. The wrestlers also purposely avoid interacting with that part of the cage until it's time for the spot. These links are so easy to break.
Now that one was
start
dangerous.
to fall before the wrestlers touch it, as seen during this legendary spot between Bobby Lashley and Umaga. On the topic of breaking things, a wrestler going through the ring is always an awesome spot. But how is it done? Former WWE wrestler Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, revealed in his autobiography that at every televised WWE show, there's always someone under the ring. This person tightens cables, makes sure weapons are in the right spot, pushes Sin Cara's trampoline out for his entrance, and more. Before a wrestler is going to be slammed through the ring,
there's always somebody under the ring. Never knew that. That is good to know.
Crew member will remove the wooden boards and support where the wrestler is going to land. The foam padding is kept in
I wonder if he gets paid extra, because what if the ring falls on top of him?
place so the ring retains its shape. Like with the steel cage, wrestlers are careful to avoid the loose section of the ring until it's time for the spot.
Roman's not finished yet. God, the running power slam! Through the ring!
One of the biggest OMG moments was seeing 77-year-old Mae Young powerbombed through a table.
Nah, that was
It was
wild.
a high-risk stunt, but there were some safety precautions taken.
But that was wild. That was wild. That was wild. That was wild. That was wild of Bubba. I ain't gonna lie. That was wild of Bubba. That could have went so wrong on old Mae Young. Oh my gosh. Bubba wild for that. I ain't gonna lie. Bully Ray, Bubba Ray, whatever you want to call him. You wild for that, bro.
Pad, which cushioned the landing. Bubba Ray also took the brunt of the impact to keep Mae safe.
Bro, she laid it straight on her back.
Mae Young also squeezed Bubba's hand to signal that she was okay. WWE wrestlers actually use a number of hand signals to...
I already watched that video. I'm not watching that one again. Look, if y'all got any other videos you want me to react to in particular, let me know down below in the comments, because I will react. But hey, like I always say, like the video, subscribe if you're new. It's your boy D-Riv, man. I'm out.